Aries, I just wanted to give you a couple notes on the chart. Okay, hi, how are you? I wanted to give you a couple notes on your chart as well, all right? You have Venus and Jupiter in your sign, all right? Very close to Chiron, the wounded healer, which is in there for an extremely long period of time with retrogrades, okay? Very connected to Sagittarius as well as Virgo, but connected a lot to teaching as well as to healing, as well as to wounding, okay? So any of you that are counselors or in healthcare or coaches or trainers, physical athletes, things like this, all right? You may really be able to prosper somehow off your old injuries and being able to teach others, being able to pass the ball forward somehow, okay? All right, especially in partnerships, or have partnerships come in that particularly help you at that time, because with Venus in there, your 7th house of partnerships is highlighted on your 1st house, okay? So partnerships of one end or another are highlighted here, as well as some wounding, okay? There is a way to positively reflect that wounding, okay, by your own growth, okay? And maybe you are a protector in one way or another, or a teacher or a healer, or in medicine or in care of some sort, okay? Or coaching of any kind, all right? Athletics do come up in the story, so and the Ram can be very athletic, all right? You're ruled by Mars, okay? You guys make for natural athletes. So I just wanted to mention that. With Jupiter, there's a lot of growth there. With Chiron, there can be injuries. If you are an athlete, if you are in sports, you know, just be mindful of injuries, be mindful of signs from your body that you're exerting too hard, take extra precautions wherever necessary, ice longer, whatever, you know. But there's definitely a lot of benevolent energy around it, because Jupiter, all right, is there, all right, which again brings up the 9th house, because Jupiter rules your 9th house of learning, of higher ed, of it can also bring up religion, okay, especially when we're dealing, you know, watch out for evangelism, or maybe there's some wounding around evangelism, or maybe there's like an unpacking, dealing with issues of higher learning and things of this sort that are non-traditional, or you're, you know, scoping them somehow. 9th house can also bring up the law, okay, for any of you that are advocates, or advocates for the underprivileged or the hurt or the whatever it is. You have a special knack for it right now, so I wanted to mention that. And Mars, as usual, is still in Gemini. Your ruler is still in Gemini in the 3rd house, okay? At the time of the full moon, there was a square between Neptune and Mars, which can be a little bit tricky for delusions and things of that sort that may have been playing off. These may not be coming from you, but from the background from other people. Or you may be deluded about past events, or people may have been passive aggressive. It may be hard to point out exactly how somebody is playing something out, because it's so shrouded in nuance that it's particular, all right? And then Saturn was moving into Pisces, into your 12th house, okay? And Saturn through the 12th house can be a place of confinement, can, especially if you are healers, especially if you are in medicine or anything of that sort. You may have a lot more hospital work, a lot more rounds, a lot more work with people that are confined at this time. You may be volunteering. You may have a drive to volunteer at places like hospitals or prisons or things in that regard around this time, okay? As it moves through your 12th house, okay? Because it is a very deep inward lessons in the 12th house when Saturn's going through there. So it can bring up, you know, I mean, you might just be confined because you're working a lot at home. You know, it could be a bunch of different things, and I'm not looking at your personal chart, but I just wanted to mention that for you. Let me see what else I wanted to mention. I think that if there is any kind of injury, that especially if it were to affect your work or whatever, again, I feel like there's a lot of healing, especially around the time of that full warm moon, because Uranus and Uranus was in trine to the moon, or vice versa, rather, and that is very powerful, okay? A lot of electric emotions, okay? And a lot of realizations about emotions. You can also put a lot of emotions and into your service, okay? 6th house is the house of service. So you can really be emotive about your service to others at this time, okay? You know, something unexpected may have happened, but again, there's with that positive trine there, I don't see it being altogether terrible, but there was a square between Mars and the moon, okay? And that square, you know, when it's dealing with communications and 6th house of service, you may have felt a little burnt out in your everyday affairs and what was on your plate to handle, things of this sort. This was around the 7th, could be at play for up to 2 weeks after the full moon. So I just wanted to mention that because it is a little bit of tension there, and it does look a little bit hazy. It's a little bit hazy with the tension. Okay, just frayed, and I don't feel like it's all coming from you. It's somewhat coming from the background and external sources, but it can fray your nerves a bit. With it being your ruler, I think you'll be okay, but you may just have been a little bit more affected at that time because of that. There's a need for structure, especially with Saturn entering Pisces. It's nothing you can't handle, okay? Nothing you can't handle. So I just wanted to pop on to say that. I hope you guys are doing great. I'll see you soon. I'm going to move on to a special reading for Taurus. Hi, welcome to Lunar Moxie Tarot and Astrology. We are going to pull a collective read for Aries today, okay? How are you, Aries? I hope you're doing well. All right, you have Jupiter, all right, the bringer of luck in your 1st house if you're a true Aries rising. If you don't know your rising sign, definitely try and look it up on Astro, or there's a ton of free websites. If you have your birthday, time, and location, you can get your rising sign. I highly recommend it. Always check your sun, moon, rising, okay? Or any big stellums. That means 3 or more places, 3 or more planets in one place in your chart, okay? If they're not on your sun, moon, or rising, which you'd already be checking. Okay, this may or may not resonate for all of you. If you need, these are general collective readings. It's whatever energy comes up. Sometimes I go super general, sometimes I get more specific. It just depends on the feeling for that day. Okay, the more specific I get, the less of you that it will touch, but the more of you that may be in need of a very specific reading get it. So it's always a hard toss-up for me. Okay, we have the 10 of Wands at the bottom of the cut. Okay, somebody's carrying a lot of burdens, a lot of weight, maybe weight that doesn't belong to them. I see a heart at work here. We have the 8 of Pentacles at the bottom. We're starting out with Judgment. Ooh, hoo, hoo. And the Queen of Pentacles. Something big is going on here. Wow. You have a lot of, got some other people possibly popping up in your energy, okay? I feel like this is a choice going on about a domesticated partnership, possibly a marriage for some of you. Ooh, I don't like this. Okay. There's an ending to some really bad shit that you've been going through, whichever Aries is popping up here today. Okay, there's some lying, stealing, cheating, manipulation here that you're walking away from. Some bad energy that's about to die off. And it either dies off because you help die it off or you walk away from people that are toxic, okay? Start to pop on me. All right, your current energy, I have you here in the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, we're starting out here with Judgment in the main position. That is like, sometimes it's a call to the past. Sometimes it's just, you know, it's the horns, okay? It's a spiritual calling, okay? It's to go on the right path, okay? Be called to do the right thing, which may or may not be the harder thing, okay? For whatever reason, and it's crossed by the Queen of Pentacles. So either somebody else showing up in your energy that's very loving, very nurturing, very motherly, okay? Or this is you, all right? Being called into this position, we're going to see. But I show you here in some anxiety in the future. You have a Queen of Cups. There's a lot of love in your heart right now, Aries, okay? This is a very loving, empathetic queen, okay? Highly intuitive, highly psychic, right? I have a King of Cups in the recent past, okay? That's, you know, that's a divine pair in the court cards, okay? Usually very in touch with their emotions. We're going to see who this is, okay? I see something about an offer. It could have to do with work. Page of Pentacles is on your mind. Whether to give or receive an offer, and it's something tangible. Could be a date, could be something bigger, could be a job opportunity, could be money changing hands on something. We're going to see, all right? But I see you stressed out about it in the near future with the Nine of Swords here. All right, and your current situation is the Five of Pentacles. You're left feeling, you feel out in the cold right now, or you want to leave somebody out in the cold. There's possible feelings of abandonment going on here, or lack. They could be very well placed, meaning that someone has wronged you in one way or another here, okay? All right, but in the also in the environment you may or may not be aware of, Four of Swords, somebody else here is resting on something, thinking about something, contemplating something, possibly praying on something, okay? I see that like here in the, you have the Three of Wands here in your hopes and your fears, okay? And I feel like you're waiting for something to occur. Something is in the middle of a process of something right now. And you're hoping that you're hoping that you receive, okay? You're hoping you receive for the work you put in to this project, whatever it is, okay? I see a Eight of Swords here in the likely outcome. I don't like that. That's all tied up. That's like feeling trapped mentally, okay? Feeling stuck, feeling unable to free yourself, okay? Feeling like there's no way out, okay? This could be you or somebody else. There's some sort of call to arms here where you may be feeling like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. About what, I'm not sure yet, but we're going to check into it, okay, Aries? I want to pull on this Judgment first. I'm going to use some Lenormands as well today, okay? The Judgment is the Eight of Swords. It's about freeing yourself from this mental imprisonment, getting out of this trap. You feel trapped by something. Seven of Wands. You don't want to fall into a trap. You want to prevent somebody else from trapping you. You feel like somebody's trying to trap you. Maybe somebody has for a long time. Okay, that's the feeling I'm getting with this pull. Whatever is pulling up for whoever is the Hermit. This is the calling you're receiving right now is like someone is shining a light on you, trying to block out some sort of feeling of imprisonment, okay? Or the ways you've been trapped, or someone's shining a light on how somebody here has been trapped, okay? All right, this could be a lot of things. I'm gonna pull on this Eight of Swords because it's now a repetitive card, but the light is being shown on it, but it can't get in. Like it can't get in with this Hermit card. Now you could have a Virgo that's trying to get at you in some way or another, that's like bothering you. Sun, moon, or rising could be. But more than that, there's like, this is you shining a light of wisdom onto what you need to protect so that you don't get trapped, okay? There literally could be a backfire situation here where somebody that tried to trap you, then you are like freeing yourself from some sort of entrapment, and then it backfires back on it, okay? With the Seven of Wands in between the two, for sure. Give me this Queen of Pentacles. Two of Cups. This has to do with a major relationship that you're trying to manifest here, okay? Or someone trying to manifest you. Knight of Cups. This is love. This is the manifestation of love, okay? But this love is higher level. With the Queen of Pentacles here, it is usually something that turns into a domesticated partnership and or marriage. This is the energy, okay? With the Knight of Cups, this is moving towards that. This is manifesting that, okay? Why that's challenging for you? Maybe you have a fear of commitment. Maybe you're tied up by something else you have to free yourself for before you can have this. But there, or maybe somebody's trying to block you. I mean, literally with the Eight of Swords here, that, you know, somebody could have been engaged in something that was shitty, you know. Give me this Queen of Cups. The Moon could be dealing with a this is high intelligence of emotions here, okay? But with the Knight of Swords here, it's running quick. It's running very quick and fast. Like you're thinking of communicating, or you already did, or you're very emotional about what's going on. Like it's like you may be pissed. Maybe some anger here. Okay, I feel like there's a sense of being impatient here about something. Like you're sick of waiting. You're sick of waiting on something. You feel like the timing's right for something to change here. Okay, with the Wheel of Fortune appearing here, you feel like either somebody has interjected to, tried to interject into your timeline, like tried to interject with your progression on something, and you're emotional about it because you're sick of it. I get that feeling here, okay? Like time's up. Time's up. Okay, what's the King of Cups? The High Priestess. Somebody may have Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising here. Okay, could be masculine energy, but does not need to be. This is very steady with your emotions here, okay? Strength. Ooh. Somebody is like holding back here, and justice. There is something here in the past where you had to really go into your intuition about a situation, about the balancing of the scales, all right? And I don't know why you were afraid to speak, but I feel like you were definitely holding back speech, or someone else was, about something, okay? It could have to do with a legal matter, not necessarily. Okay, we have some, you know, major arcana here, all right? Pisces, Leo, and Libra showing up, okay? With this King of Cups, and I feel as if there are secrets that you've kept, and or a restraint that you've had to really hold on to stay cool, calm, and collected in a situation. Okay, really had to restrain yourself. Maybe you wanted to do something to rebalance the scales, but you really had to think about it, and you really had to be intuitive about your moves. Okay, because I show a lot of intuition and restraint and strength here. Okay, and battling this. And I show you very cool and calm in your emotions to do it because of what's at stake. Okay, take it as it applies. Okay, but it's very large. Okay, it's a very big deal. Okay, this could have been somebody else in your energy here as well. If so, that person may have held back from you a little bit, okay? Or there's a sense of needing to right the scales on something here in the past, okay? What's the Page of Pentacles? I feel like somebody was holding their tongue here in the past, because the King of Cups, he doesn't always talk about his emotions. He doesn't always share his emotions, okay? But he has a lot of emotions. He's a deep well of emotions. Okay, on this Page of Pentacles, it's the Five of Pentacles, okay? So this, and the King of Pentacles. Some of you are dealing with a domesticated partnership. Some of you may have some Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, all right? But there's some sort of news here that's on your mind in regards to some sort of offer or news of a new beginning here, okay? Now, there could have been a child here involved, Sun, Moon, Rising, of fire or earth as well, but not necessarily. But I'm feeling as if someone here was very immature And someone, you're thinking about someone's offer that's still immature, that's in your energy, okay? And it's a potential partner, or because this Five of Pentacles is like repeating down here. Hold on, let me pull on this Five of Pentacles down here real quick. Give me this Five of Pentacles. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? Because of the Four of Swords, which happens to be here in the immediate environment. Is somebody slept on you. Somebody slept on your ass. Like somebody did not do what they were supposed to do on something, which left you feeling lack or abandonment, okay? That person could have been sick, or they could like literally be sick in the mind, or they could have been resting, or they could have been sleeping, or you may have lost somebody. Like it's possible that somebody was sick or died as well, okay? That you're missing a lot. No, I'm showing a King of Swords here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, okay? But this is somebody that can be very cold. Very intelligent, but very cold, all right? We're going to see. We're going to see. Hold on. You're missing somebody very bad, or somebody's just cold. Give me this Nine of Swords. Yeah. You're thinking about walking away from a situation, but it's got you all stressed out. Walking away isn't always that hard, but for whatever reason, you have a very large emotional investment into this situation, because I have 8 cups here. That's a lot of time and emotional energy in something that you spent. That's like when you walk away, or walking away from any gain you had, you know, potentially, and you're just a little bit stressed about it, about what to do about this, okay? You're ready for either new love, or to tap into an abundance of love, okay? I feel like, you know, here with this Queen of Cups down here in the heart space, like you are, like, you feel held back for some reason, like somebody tried to trap you, like somebody's kept you from going after some things that you want to go after in your life for whatever reason here. And you're like, it's time already, like this is enough. And you're, you know, you're rather emotional about it, because I see in the past you were very calm, cool, and collected here, waiting for like justice, and it wasn't, you know, it didn't come. I feel like it didn't come, and now you're like getting a little pissed, like of waiting this long, or waiting for respect from this person, or waiting for this person to stop impeding, or, you know, making you feel trapped, like you know, can't win for losing or something. All right, what is this Eight of Swords? I feel like there's some truths coming ahead that are really going to free you. What's this King of Swords? Okay, they're really going to free you. You're going to have a, it could be because of work, you know, you could like reach some new success at work, or you could feel held back at work from reaching a success because you're dealing with these other issues, okay? But I feel like if you put in the effort here, you can break away, okay? Whether that's effort on yourself or with somebody else, okay? I am getting a large Aquarian energy here, possibly. Possibly somebody also has some, okay, it could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but there's a new mix here. Somebody is, somebody's mixing something up just for you. I feel like there wasn't communication with somebody for a long time, or communication was cut off for a while with somebody, and now it's coming back around. Like, but for some reason, there may be like a benefit to not talking to somebody that's been toxic or has done you wrong. There might be a benefit to walking away. I feel like you've been putting in a lot of effort to feel shafted on something here. Okay, it could be love. But whatever it is, it's a strong connection. Could be a familial connection if it's not a love connection, okay? This could be somebody in your family, okay? I do feel like you're manifesting something new, all right? With possible romance in the future, but like something here was holding you back, dragging you back, keeping you, leaving you feel trapped, all right? And that you're walking away from any disillusionments about your options here on what to do in this scenario. My nose is really itching. That's a good sign. Yeah. You want like ultimate happiness. You want to, you know, tap into like love here. I mean, I have the Ace of Cups to the Ten of Cups. All right. From 0 to 10. All right. And it starts with a conversation. It starts with a base. You want it built on a base that can't fall down. With the Three of Pentacles here. Okay. I don't know that it will be with this person because this person is behaving in very immature energy or something like that. You definitely avoid a tower here in the future, okay? And you work your way out of a situation. Okay, somebody else may be left feeling trapped, okay? And I feel like because you care for someone, you feel bad totally walking away or something like this, but I don't feel like you need to. For some people, this could involve a mother figure, okay? But for others, it's like decisions in regards to work or a mother figure it could be, okay? What's the Temperance? I feel like some of you have some passed over loved ones that you feel like are around you or that you're missing or something like this at this time. And I do feel like these people are guiding you in which direction to go. Okay? It's a lot of strong guidance here for you. Okay? You may or may not be aware of, but if anything funny or something has happened in your dreams or while you're resting or something like that, you can trust it, I guess. You know, I mean, like, you know, you have a lot of positive help from the spirit world right now. I don't know, somebody may need to hear that, okay? But it's definitely showing up here. Okay, you're getting guidance on how to free yourself from any traps, okay, and avoid a tower. I see a very large victory for you here coming up. It's something you work diligently on. You may have to put in a lot of effort for it, okay? I suggest you do it, okay? Because I show a transformation and like a freeing and a version of a tower here, okay? I feel like you've been used to being disappointed by someone or something. Could have to do with family or the past, okay? Or an old connection here, okay? But I see you walking through a new doorway with work. Something you work on very diligently, okay? Some of you may communicate for a living, or you may be brainstorming, or you may need to express some ideas, but you're gonna hit some sort of success or pinnacle, and it's going to be destruction of a tower. I don't know if you felt like somebody was trying to tear you apart or something, and they may have been. You know, there may have been somebody here in your energy that was just a jerk. I am showing an end to that. Give me some advice for my Aries. You're being called to go towards the new. You're being called to end an old cycle. You're being called to do that, okay? I feel like some of you have been having really crazy dreams. You may be dreaming about your ancestors or dreaming about something or dreaming about someone. Pay attention to your dreams right now. There's something about divine order coming, okay, in for you, okay? It's only a little bit longer. I feel like it's only a little bit longer. I do feel like some of you have been thinking a lot about somebody that's not with you anymore, like somebody that passed on, okay? I'm getting it strongly, and I'm getting strongly that that this person watches over you, or several people I show here, okay? Take it as it resonates. This is one of those ones that's turning out to be much more specific. What should my Aries do? There's something here about like following your intuition about which way to go, okay, and when to let go of mourning and sadness over others, okay? This could, mourning or sadness about the things that didn't work out. You're showing up here with such high intuition that for some of you there could be like a wait to get into something new, but I show ahead of you that like the wait is going to be over and you're going to get your 10 of Cups. Okay, I'm also showing a divine couple here, okay, with the High Priestess and the Hierophant showing up. Somebody could have Taurus, somebody could have Pisces in their chart, Sun, Moon, Rising. That could be you. Does not have to be, but there's a lot of God involved here. Okay, a lot of spirit, a lot of things, and you've had to wait for the joy and happiness you seek, that you strive so hard for. And there may be somebody in your energy that does not do that you're cutting off or did cut off, but there's like a big feeling of like sadness, yeah, or loss, okay? There may have been somebody that had like a win at all costs approach with you, and their win at all costs approach with you like really was hurtful because it's just really hurtful because you were emotional, because you cared for that person. So that kind of behavior was shocking and painful, I guess. Okay, here. Okay, all right. This could also be somebody. I feel like you're waiting for somebody. If you're waiting on somebody to be different with you, that's never been different with you, that you've known for a long time, they're never going to be different. They're always going to be the same. If somebody screwed you over 5-6 times, they're going to continue to screw you over. There is a message here about letting that go so that you can go towards your happiness, because this, you know, expecting something different from a person that just runs you in circles it's not going to happen. Okay, I do show I do feel like there's something that's going to backfire here for somebody else, and you don't need to I feel like you're trying to save a milk carton where the milk is already spilt on the floor. And it's just like nothing left to save of it. There's nothing left to save. I feel as if you block out like being stressed or waiting for this person to produce in the future, okay? All right? I also show you very, very happy here, okay? And it may happen pretty quick, but I feel like there was a delay. I feel like you were always, there's somebody here where like, they just have trouble getting to real joy. I don't know, maybe they have like past emotional trauma themselves. Okay, I don't feel like this is you. This is somebody else in your environment, but you have to say goodbye to these people or these things, or keep your distance from them, or put up healthy boundaries or something here. Boundaries are important. All right, and I do feel like there's something here that you feel screwed over by. I'm sorry about that, okay? The advice here is to make a decision, all right? Not to wait for your own happiness, not to wait for somebody to produce that it would never produce, okay? Would never produce, okay? To you, all right? And to block these things out, that you know, don't delay your own timing in life. Or stay, you know, some people, you know, misery loves company or something here. And I feel like there's some situation here where you keep trying and it's not happening. Here, I feel like you're shedding light on it. Some of you may be involved in inner like childhood work or dream journaling or inner work about how to protect your energy.